An important distinction that investigators need to make when choosing a statistical test is whether they have parametric or non-parametric data. Earlier in the semester, we discussed the levels of measurement. Nominal data, the lowest level of measurement, represents categorical data that has no order. For example, gender and marital status are nominal data. Ordinal data represents categories that can be placed in an order. A student's grade in high school, freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior, is an example of an ordinal value. Interval data represents values that can be treated as numbers, but the value 0 doesn't mean the absence of something. For example, a temperature of 0 degrees doesn't mean that there is no temperature. The distinction between ordinal and interval data can be fuzzy. In particular, there is disagreement on how to handle responses on Likert scales. There is general agreement that Likert items with 4 or fewer responses should be treated as ordinal. For purposes of this class, we will say that Likert items with 5 or more responses can be treated as ordinal or interval data. Ratio data are real numbers. A 0 value means the absence of something. For example, 0 inches or 0 pounds means no height or no weight. Non-parametric tests of significance are used with nominal and ordinal data, and with interval or ratio data that isn't normally distributed. In all other situations, parametric tests are used. If a paper says that a non-parametric test was used, you can usually conclude one of two things. Either they were analyzing data that is nominal or ordinal, or they were analyzing interval or ratio data that was not normally distributed. If a paper says that a parametric test was used, there are at least 4 possibilities. It's possible they didn't check whether their data was normally distributed. It's also possible that they're treating ordinal data as interval data. If they are analyzing interval or ratio data, they may have verified that their data is normally distributed, or they may have transformed their data to be normally distributed. Either of these is a valid use of parametric statistics.